Podcast1700block. I'm your host, Lamont. Still over here playing around trying to get this thing to go. Welcome. If you're missing somebody and you having a bad day, Jack, do the best you can, man, and hang in there, because this thing called life and death, it's a tough mode of schooling, man, and you just gotta hang in there, man. Ain't nobody said it was gonna be easy. Ain't nobody tell us how hard it was gonna be either, so I guess you have to do the best you can. And we're gonna have to go through this thing, man. Try to figure it out, I guess. Because it's just a tough thing. So I'm feeling. I'm definitely with you. Because I miss people every day. That's just been gone for a long time, man. And some days it's better than others. Some days you can deal with it, man. And some days it's just a mother. Shut your mouth. Yeah. Um, the weather, I think like it's getting pretty good. We got some good days this week. The snow is almost gone, except for when they piled it up and made a mess out of it. So if you're in Baltimore, it's a mess in some places. In some places, it's looking pretty good. But eventually, it should all be gone. And the city might look like a city again. Till then, I'll probably have to deal with it. So today, as you know, the legendary Jesse passed away, great civil rights leader, Donald Martin, and a couple other people. He was born on October the 8th, 1941. In Chicago, Illinois. He passed away February 17th. He was 84. His name was Jesse Louis Jackson. He was born American civil rights activist, politician, ordained Baptist minister. He was a project of Martin Luther King Jr. During the civil rights movement. He became one of the most prolific civil rights leaders in the 20th and 21st century. In his prime, Jesse was a bad man. He was born October the 8th. Trying to get this right over here. He was born October the 8th, 1941 in Greensville, South Carolina. He died February 17, 2026 at the age of 84. His name was Jesse Jackson Jr. Ashley. He was a part of the Democratic Party, as we all know. His spouse was Jacqueline Jackson, 1962, 2026. He come from theological seminary in 1964, 1966. That's where he graduated from. He was close with Al Sharpton and Andrew Young. And Martin, of course, he walked with Martin and Selma. It says Trump remembered Jesse as a good man, force of nature. He's just a bum. I don't believe nothing he say. He do shit for just because. He had been battling illness. Yeah, he had Parkinson's disease. He was admitted to the hospital last November. Doctor said that he had diagnosed with a rare condition called progressive supranicular sunicular surancular palsy. He was diagnosed in April 2025, revealing an early diagnosis of Parkinson's disease. Jackson has said was made him in 2015, started in 2015, and carried over to, trying to get this right, that's a little better. All right, so civil rights leader, he changed his name. He changed his name to Jesse Jackson, changed his name from Jesse Lewis Burns to Jesse Lewis Jackson when his mother married Charles Henry Jackson, who then adopted him and gave him his last name. Comedy practice when stepfather formalized his relationship with a child. Jesse identified with the family that raised him. So somebody else raised him. In case you ain't know, we do a little history on him, man. You know, he was a great guy. So his birth name was Jesse Lewis Burns. His mother's maiden name was Helen Burns. She married Charles Henry Jackson in 1953. So that's where the Jackson came from. Adoption, Charles Henry Jackson formally adopted Jesse in 1957, and best telling his sermon name of Jesse. Results, he became Jesse Lewis Jackson, and name he carried throughout his distinguished career as a civil rights leader and activist, in case you didn't know that. So now you know. Yeah. So that was good. Nice little piece of information right there, man. He ran for president twice. I think he ran twice or three times, but he ran for president. He did better the second time than he did first time. Excuse me. First time he did pretty good. Second time he did a little better, but he never did really, get there. Them people ain't want that, man. He was good, but he wasn't that good. Them people ain't want that, man. No, sir. They weren't having no black guys, no president, except for, OB. But in them early days, nah, they weren't having that. No, sir. He has a son, Jesse Jackson Jr. Mr. Lewis Jackson. He was born March 11, 1965. He is an American former politician. He served as U.S. Representative from Illinois' 2nd Congressional. One of his sons got locked up. One of his sons got locked up for some money. That was a while ago. I think he stepped down, but they locked him up behind some money. So they always gonna lock us up behind money. Never gonna lock them up behind anything, money or nothing else. Just ain't gonna happen. So, little fun fact right there with my man Jesse Jackson. I had something else right here. Hold on, wait a minute. He has Got a son and a daughter. Ashley Jackson, she fine too. Jonathan Jackson and Santitha Jackson. Yep. So we got a little something going on. Jesse Jackson and Jacqueline. Yeah. So a little fun fact on my man Jesse, may he rest in peace. You know, so you know what that viewing and that funeral gonna look like. It's gonna be a motor scooter. It's gonna be something, yeah, man. It's gonna be a big deal, man. Definitely gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a great turnout. He was a good guy, man. You know, of course, he dies at 84. Yeah. Good dude, man. Thanks for the time, Jesse. Um, the jobs report. I wanted to do a little thing about the jobs report, just to let you know for you people who think that this Trump administration care about anybody besides they self. I really don't think so because at this particular time in history, man, there's never been this many jobs taken from the American people in history. Like this is the first time this many people been unemployed, man, in life, I believe. So in 2025, it was 13.8 million layoffs and discharge data from the Bureau of Labor. Jobs opening and labor turnover shows that the total number of layoffs and discharges for the period January through August 25 was 13.8 million jobs. This shit is unreal, man. It's unreal, man. It's unconstitutional. It's just a mess, man. Total non-farm paying employment rose from 130,000 in January 2026, changing in 2025 to 15,000 per month on average. Jobs gain occur in healthcare, social assistance, construction, while federal government and financial activities lost jobs in January. Yeah, because them jobs ain't coming back. This administration believe in factories and coal and just stuff that don't make no sense that it's not coming back. Like them jobs ain't never coming back, man, ever. Not now, not later. They not coming back. We don't live in that kind of society no more. Um, Total non-farm paying employment is up by 130,000. Number one state unemployed is the District of Columbia, DC. As the 2025, early 2026 data from the Bureau, it's from the Bureau of Labor stats. The District of Columbia, DC office show highest unemployment filing states like California, New Jersey, Nevada, DC peaking around 6.7, California around 5.5 in December 2025 through figures for the month and by data source. Recent high unemployment rate December 2025 data. The district 6.7%, California 5.5%, New Jersey 5.4%, Nevada and 5.2%. These rates are primarily in charges monthly so that the state with the highest rate can shift. The Bureau of Labor and Stats provides the official data by distinguishing below states and district. Columbia will sometimes have unique economic conditions. Low context, South Dakota, Hawaii typically has some of the lowest rates. So it's a mess out here. It's a mess. It's the worst. It's the worst job history. It's the worst job in history. Yes, for the job creation, 2025 was a historical bad year for the U.S. labor market, often called it the worst non-recession year in hiring since 2003, with a significant revising low jobs growth figures and a drop in job openings through early 2026. Data show signs of stabilizing the showdown following a period of rapid hiring led many job seekers to find the market tough, competitive, and more stressful due to factors like AI competitive, increasing requirements, and lingering efforts of high interest rates. Like, it's crazy, man. People out this bitch struggling. Um, U.S. they say they added 181,000 jobs in 2025, but it's a major downward reverse from initial estimates, making it the weakest year for hiring outside of recession in over 2 decades. So it hasn't been this low in 2 decades. Um, let's see what else this clown and did. The number of job openings dropped significantly by 2025, hitting the lowest not seen ever since 2020. Job seekers reported harder times facing intense competition from AI generating resumes, higher company requirements, and an overwhelming number of applicants for a job. Hell yeah. High interest rate shift the federal employment to contribute to reducing willingness to hire. Tech layoffs, AI impact, early 2026 outlook, January 130,000 jobs added. That's what they say. So the job market is a mess. Um, Unemployment high in Dakota has the lowest jobless rates. December, 2.2%. The District of Columbia has the highest unemployment rate, 6.7%. The next highest rate would be California, New Jersey, 5.5, 5.4% recently. So it's crazy. Talks about what state has more jobs to offer: California, Texas, and Florida. So in Texas, California supposed to be 554,000, Texas 525,000, and Florida 518,000. Yay. But it depends on what kind of jobs they are. It's probably something everybody don't want to do. Highest unemployment. We talked about that. Who has the highest unemployment? In 2020, Black and Native American people had the highest unemployment rate among all racial and ethnic groups reporting by the census, while Asian Americans and white people had a lower rate since 1990. Native Americans had consistently had a higher unemployment rate. Of course, look who in the White House. It's never going to be equal when you have a racist body people can't, not just the president, the whole damn cabinet, everybody. Hardest month to find a job is probably worst month for a job. Honey, is typically July, August. Some slows down due to vacations and budget shifts and December holidays, end of the year tasks, reduced staff, leading to slower hiring, decision making through opportunities still exist, and competitive and competition can be lower, making late March, April sometimes slow as well due to tax issues, according to the APT. So they some slow months, July, August, around summertime. Holiday season, is around November. So I guess this is probably about the best time to try and find a job if you can find one that you really want. It's just tough. You just gonna have to do the best you can on this one because these people clearly don't care. They don't give two fucks about our ass, about nobody. This day in Black History, Black History music. I like music. I think music is great. It's great for the soul. It's something that don't talk back. You get a chance to cry. Certain songs come on, man. You just reflect and you just thank God you here. Then certain songs come on, your ass just fall apart. But every song reminds you of something, whether it's good or whether it's bad but it generally reminds you of something. I need to fix that light. I just don't feel like it. We're gonna play with it like this. I'm good. I'm on the block. So this day in Black History, February 16th, it was a significant milestone, including 1966 recording of James Brown, It's a Man's World, and 1971 recording of Johnny Cash, Man in the Men in Black. This date falls during Black History Month, a time to honor trailblazers from Motown to jazz, including Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, and Sam Cooke, who shared American culture. So this day in Black History, that's a great little Black History fact right there. So they always talking about Beyonce, February 16th, 1966, James Brown recorded the classic song, It's a Man's World, New York City. February 16, 1971, Johnny Cash. February 17, 1933, birthday, legendary singer and activist Nina Simone. Let's know her contribution to jazz, blues, civil rights. This month often highlights artists like Sam Cooke, whose 1963 song "Change Is Gonna Come" became an anthem for civil rights movement, and the rise of Motown recording influenced Black music spanning from the 1920s to the present, has continuously served as a cultural significant for residents. Georgia innovated, including 1977 invention of the house music by DJ Frankie Knuckles. So if you know anything about Frankie Knuckles, you understand. All right. So you got Pam Bondi. So if you ain't familiar with Pam Bondi is some trash. All right, so she is Pam Bondi, American authority politician who has served. He was 87 Attorney General of the United States since February 5th, 2025, Republican and a former prosecutor. She had previous issues, served as the first female attorney General, right? Uh, and she's a prosecutor. She's the first female attorney general in Florida from 2011 to 2019, known for her thoughts on crime stats. Hold on. Yeah, 'cause I can hear that. I'm back. Back. Little technical difficulties. She was attorney general in Florida from 2011 to 2019. Her thoughts on crime stats. She had focused on combined, but she's some trash though, right? Because she the attorney general, but Pam Bondi know the law, right? She's a lawyer. She passed the test. And so when she was in Florida, everybody spoke highly of her, man. They said she was doing a pretty good job. There was a couple people who know, a couple people who worked with her. And they say that she really was not a bad person. And she really was, she knew her job and she really was doing good. She got with the president and just turned into some trash. But the president gave her ass $1 million. If you give me $1 million, I might change my mind too. I don't know. At least that first million, he gave her $1 million. I don't know. There's a lot of people who would do worse for less money. Well, $1 million, I'm just saying, $1 million might change. Might change your mind. You might do a whole bunch of things for $1 million. Um, and I did something on her before, but she's in front of the big Congress and the big people on the Epstein file, and she just turned up. She just went crazy, man. She don't know what she don't know. She know what she don't. I'm not even gonna give her that. I ain't even gonna give her that because she know exactly what she doing, man. The girl ain't dumb. I mean, she a dumb blonde, but she is intelligent. Like she know what she doing. There's too many people who remember her from Florida that spoke highly of her, that said that the girl know what she doing. The president gave her $1 million. Like I said, if you give me $1 million, ain't no telling how my attitude might be. But she know exactly what she doing. So now she acting like a dumb blonde. But that's what most white people do. They act stupid when you pull them up. Like they'll get smart with you. You say something to them, they change their whole attitude. So she was born November 17th, 1965, in Tampa, Florida, educated. She earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from the University of Florida in 1987 and Julius Doctors from Stevens University College in law in 1990. So, like I said before, I played her ass down because she always playing everybody else down. But I mean, she a legal. She was a prosecutor. She spent over 18 years, 1991 to 2009, as a prosecutor in Hillsborough County, Florida, specialized in case ranging from domestic violence and to capital murder. She Attorney General 2011, 2019, elected in 2010 as Florida's first female Attorney General. She focused on shutting down um, pill mills, fighting human trafficking, and challenging to the Affordable Care Act. Primary practice, she followed her tender in Florida. She worked as ballet partner and was a prominent defender of Donald Trump during his first impeachment in 2020. So that's why he picked her, because she gonna do anything for the president. So she Attorney General now, 2025 president. They nominated her though by Trump in November 24, following withdrawal of Matt, the dude Matt Genza, Matt Genza. She was confirmed by the Senate February 5th, 2025. So a couple people stepped down and they appointed her. Trump appointed her, but they voted on her. They put her in there. Now, she know what she doing, but she a puppet for the president. So, because she a puppet for the president, she just some trash, basically. So that's how that went. Um, as far as Pam Bondi and the Epstein files, they tore her up, man. They tore her up. They asked her a whole bunch of questions. And she couldn't answer them. She lost weight, probably because stress. They killing her over there. And Pam Bondi and Donald Trump has long-standing close political relationships, making the loyalty with Bondi serve as a key advocate, legal defense, and ultimately Attorney General in Trump administration. A role she took on after years of supporting him, including during convictions like the Trump University investigation and his impeachment that connected solidified through Bondi's early endorsement as media defense of the Trump, evolving into official roles where she campaigned his agenda, notably spreading lies about the 2020 election and taking action against perceived political enemies with the justice defense. So Pam is the one that's going after all Trump enemies. If he say that I want them people gone, she gonna file charges. So a lot of stuff been going on. They done went to court a lot, and they done lost a lot of stuff. But he already said that I'm going after all my political enemies when he was running. And so you shouldn't be surprised because he clearly went after them people. So that's what really happened, man. But Bondi declined to investigate Trump University fraud allegations in Florida shortly after receiving $250,000 donation from the Trump Foundation to her election PAC. She frequently appeared on television defending Trump, especially during his first impeachment trial, where she served as a senior advisor as a lawyer. She is a lawyer. She knows the law. Bondi was a part of Trump's first translation team as a strong advocate for him, even leading charts of look up at the 2016 Attorney General role after leaving lobby, and she joined the White House, eventually became Attorney General, where she was seen as fiercely loyal to the DOJ to pursue Trump political goals and defend his false claims about the 2020 election. See, I told you, she a puppet girl. She remains in Trump's orbit, changing America's First Policy Institute and continue to support him, even facing criticism for his actions at the DOJ, like removing perceived and delays that the disloyalty staff. So so Bondi's relationship with Trump is defined as unwavering supporting, moving from a state AG to a pivotal figure in his administration and legal defense, often prioritizing loyalty over traditional institute independence. So the girl, listen, man, she knows the law. She passed the bar. She a lawyer. She know the law. And they said she did a great job. They said she did a great job, but they did say early on in her career, she did some great things. I guess everybody did some great things, but they didn't have really not a whole bunch of bad stuff to say about her until she got over there with things. Got over there with them. She was like, shit, nigga, for $1 million, I'd do anything. I'll lick your shoe. And that's just what she doing. That's what she doing. But I tell you one thing, Trump wife don't fool with her. So that's where we at right now, man. So that's what's going on with in the news with Pam Bondi and Donald Trump and they mess. So welcome back to the podcast 1700 block. That's your first time tuning in or your last time. I appreciate you from tuning in. All right. And we'll see you next time. I'll be the next person you see the next time because I was the last person you saw the last time. All right. So I'll see you later.